In this class we will discuss the basic HTML syntax. So if you just take C programming language or Java or C++, so every programming language like C, C++, Java, so HTML also has some basic syntax. So it doesn't have any proper syntax, but it knows only two things. So the first thing, tag, and the second one, text. So it knows only two things, either tag or text. So if it encounters any tag, it will process that tag. If it encounters any text, so that text will be displayed on the output screen. So once again I am telling, HTML syntax, it doesn't have any proper syntax, but it knows only two things. So the first thing, it is tag or a text. If it is a tag, that tag will be processed and it will be interpreted. If it is a text, that text will be displayed on the output screen. We will see one simple example. Let us say, for example, I have written a statement like this: HTML welcome to HTML slash HTML. I have written a piece of code like this. So how does the web browser interprets this particular statement? Now, so whenever a web browser encounters the left angular bracket, it reads that a tag is going to start. So after that, HTML, after that, right angular bracket. So anything which is enclosed between left angular bracket and right angular bracket, it will be treated as a tag, and that tag will be processed by your web browser. So since HTML is a predefined tag and it has a predefined meaning, the meaning is it indicates the starting of a HTML document. The web browser will understand that this is a HTML document. So after that, it processes or parses welcome to HTML. So since it is not enclosed with left angular bracket and right angular bracket, it is treated as text. So now next, left angular bracket, right angular bracket. Anything which is enclosed between left angular bracket and right angular bracket, it is treated as tag by your web browser. So since /HTML is a predefined tag and it has a predefined meaning in HTML, so the web browser understands that /HTML means it is the ending of a HTML document. Now what is the output of your program? So output of your program is displayed in a window. So in this window, already we have discussed two important points. Web browser knows only two things, whether it is tag or text. If it is tag, that tag will be processed. If it is a text, so that text will be displayed on your web page. So since the only text in our program is welcome to HTML, we will get welcome to HTML as an output. So since this is the only text present in your HTML, so this is your output. We'll discuss one more example. Let us say, for example, I have written something like this: Vignan Lara, welcome to HTML /Vignan Lara. Now, how your web browser is going to interpret this statement and how it is going to print the output, we will discuss. So, the web browser, whenever it encounters a left angular bracket and right angular bracket, it treats that particular content as a tag. So left angular bracket, right angular bracket. So web browser treats this one as a tag. So since Vignan Lara is not a predefined tag in your HTML, so it simply skips this particular tag. It will process this tag, but it doesn't know the meaning of this tag because this tag is not predefined tag and it does not have any meaning in HTML language. It simply skips this particular tag. So after that, we have written welcome to HTML. So since it is not enclosed between left angular bracket and right angular bracket, so it is treated as a text. Now left angular bracket, right angular bracket. So everything which is enclosed between left angular bracket and right angular bracket, again it will be treated as a tag. Now what will be the output of your program? So what will be the output of your program? Now already discussed it earlier. A web browser knows only two things, whether it is tag or a text. So if it is a tag, it will be processed. If If it is a text, so that text will be displayed on your output screen. Since welcome to HTML is the only text in your program, so it will be displayed as your output. We'll see one more example. So let us say, for example, I have written something like this: HTML. Welcome to HTML. /HTML. So you have written a piece of code like this. So how your web browser is going to interpret this statement and how it is going to print out, we will discuss. So let us say, for example, here you have written something like this. So you have written HTML, which is enclosed between left angle brackets and right angle brackets. So everything which is enclosed between left angle brackets and right angle brackets, it will be treated as a tag. So since this is a predefined tag in HTML, so it understands that, the web browser understands that this is the starting of HTML document. So after that we have written something like this: welcome to HTML. So this content, if you closely observe this content, it is not enclosed between left angle bracket, but it is enclosed with right angle bracket. Since this content is not enclosed with left angle bracket, it is treated as text. So if this content is enclosed with left angle bracket, it will be treated as a tag. Since it is not enclosed with left angle bracket, it is treated as text. So now, from here to here, again it is treated as a tag, since it is enclosed between left angle bracket and right angle bracket. Now what is your output? So it's very simple. We have only one text in your HTML document, that is welcome to HTML along with right angle bracket. So the output is welcome to HTML along with right angle bracket is the content or text present in your HTML document. That's why this text will be displayed on your output screen. So we'll discuss one more example. So one important point regarding basic HTML syntax is the output of HTML tags or the output of HTML document is always browser dependent. Let us say, for example, I have written a program like this: HTML blink welcome to HTML /blink. I have written something like this: HTML. So the output of HTML programs is always browser dependent. If you just see this program, so the only text or the only content which is present in the program is welcome to HTML. So this content or text will be displayed as an output, but with some special effects like blink. Actually, the output of this program should be welcome to HTML with some blinking effects. So the blinking effects will be displayed on some web browsers. So that is one output. In some web browsers, only the welcome to HTML will be displayed, but the blinking effects will not be shown in some web browsers. So the meaning is, the output of your HTML program is always browser dependent. So one more example. Let us say I have written something like this: HTML input type is equal to date. I have written like this /HTML. So after running this particular program, you will get an output like this. You will get a single line text box which is used to enter input, or which is used to take input from the user. So input text box and one small box through which the user can select a date, month, year. Through this small box the user can select a date, month and year. So if you just take some browsers will display this particular single entry text box along with this small box through which the user can select a date. So some web browsers will display this thing, and the second one, some web browsers will not display this particular small box through which the user can select a date. So some web browsers only display this single entry text box. So from this example we can say that the tags, HTML tags, or the output of HTML program is always browser dependent. In this class we will discuss the basic HTML syntax. So HTML programs don't have any standard syntax. So if you just take C, C++ or Java, so in those programming languages the programs always starts its execution from a special function called as main function. So those programming language will have a special syntax and standard syntax, and also those programming languages will have syntax errors and logical errors. Whereas HTML programs don't have any proper syntax and it don't display any errors in the program. Even though if you write your program wrongly, it will be executed and it will display some output. So what your web browser really knows is, it knows only two things. The first one, so your web browser really knows only two things. The first one, your web browser really knows only two things. The first one is tag. Whenever a web browser encounters a tag, that tag will be processed by your web browser. Now the second thing, whenever it encounters a text, so that text will be displayed on the output screen. So your web browser only knows two things, so whether it is text or tag. Now we will see one simple example. So let us consider an example like this. So in this example I have written a few statements. So first one, a left angular bracket, after that I have written H, so followed by T, followed by M, followed by L, so and a right angular bracket. So what your web browser understands after parsing this text, it comes to know that this is a tag in HTML. So whenever a web browser encounters a tag, so that particular tag will be processed and the web browser will interprets or understands that this is a predefined tag HTML and the user is going to define a HTML tag. So since HTML tag defines a HTML document. So after that I have written left angular bracket VIGNAN LARA and a right angular bracket. So after processing this particular text, the web browser will comes to know that it is also a tag. So since it is enclosed with left angular bracket and right angular bracket, it interprets or understands that this is a tag. So whenever it encounters a tag, it processes that particular tag. Since Vignan Lara is not a predefined tag in HTML, it simply skips that particular tag. So after that I have written VIGNAN LARA. So after interpreting this statement by the web browser, it comes to know that this Vignan Lara is text. So after that left angular bracket slash VIGNAN LARA and right angular bracket. So after interpreting this particular statement, the web browser will encounter that this is a tag. So since this tag is not a predefined tag and it is not in HTML, it interprets that, so it simply skips this particular tag. So after that I have written slash HTML. So after interpreting this HTML, the web browser will encounters that this is a tag in HTML, that too this is a predefined tag. So after processing this tag, the web browser will come to know that, so this is the end of HTML document. So your output will contains like this. So a header section and a body section. In this body section we will get only one output. So that is this one. So previously we have discussed one point, that is whenever a web browser encounters text, in this example the text is Vignan Lara. So whenever a web browser encounters a text, that text will be displayed on the output screen. So your output is Vignan Lara. Now we'll see one more example. So what will be the output of this program? So we'll see example. So left angular bracket, right angular bracket. So whatever the text or content which is placed between left angular bracket and right angular bracket, it is treated as tag by your web browser. Whenever a web browser encounters a tag, it processes the tag and understands that this document really represents a HTML tag. So after that you have written something like this, welcome to HTML. After parsing this text, the web browser will come to know that this particular content is text. So after that you have written something like this. So after parsing this content, the web browser will come to know that this is again a tag which indicates that it is the ending of HTML document. So what will be the output of your program? So since we have already discussed that, so whatever the text is present in your program, that program will be, so that text will be displayed as your output. So your output is welcome to HTML. We'll see one more example. So after encountering this particular text, the web browser will come to know that it is a tag, and this tag will be processed, and the web browser will interpret that this is a HTML document. So after that you have written something like this, welcome to HTML. So this particular statement is treated as text. So after that you have written something like this, Vignan Lara. So since you have enclosed something in left angular bracket and right angular bracket, it is again treated as tag and it will be processed. So again you have enclosed something inside left angular bracket and right angular bracket, it will be treated as tag. So now what is your output? So we have already discussed. So whatever the text is present in your program, that will be displayed as your output. So your output is welcome to HTML again. So we'll see one more example. So whenever a web browser interprets these things, so it will be treated as a tag. Since this is not a predefined tag in HTML, so your web browser simply skips this particular tag. It will not process this particular tag. So after that you have written something like this. So this text is treated as, this content is treated as text. Now what will be the output of your program? We have already discussed earlier. Whatever the text is present in your program, that text will be displayed as your output. So your output is, this is my first program. So we'll see one more example. So whenever a web browser parses this particular content, it treats this particular content as tag, and it understands that this is an HTML document. So after that the HTML document parses this particular content and it reads as a text. So after that, from here to here, it will be treated as again a tag. Now what will be your output? So your output is text from Vignan Lara to that right angular bracket. So your output is Vignan Lara welcome to HTML along with right angular bracket. So everything is treated as a text because you forgot to enclose Vignan Lara welcome to HTML with left angular bracket. So if you are not going to enclose with left angular bracket, it is treated as a text. It is not treated as a tag. We'll see one more example. So the output of HTML programs is always browser dependent. Let us say for example like this. You have written something like this. So here the output of this program is welcome to HTML. So in some web browsers, so you will get an output welcome to HTML with a blinking effect, whereas in some web browsers you will get the same output welcome to HTML, but you won't get blinking effects because some programs, HTML programs, are always browser dependent. Whether you are running an Internet Explorer, whether your program may be running on Mozilla Firefox, whether your program may be running on a Google Chrome. So your program output always depends upon your browser, what browser you are using. We'll see one more example. So HTML input type is equal to date slash HTML. So the output of your program is a simple text box will be displayed. After that, this text box is followed with a small box. So through which the user can select a date through this small box. So the output of this program will be like this. So if you run this program on some browsers, there are different browsers like Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, Google Chrome, etc. So if you are going to run this program on Google Chrome browser, it is going to display this small box through which the user can select a particular date. So Google Chrome, it will work fine. Whereas if you are running this program on a different browser, so you won't get this particular box. You will get only this particular box. So you won't get a small box through which the user selects a particular date.